Alright, what's up there guys, this is Cobb and welcome to a happy little add-ons and UI video. I'm going to switch over to Dragonflight, talk about UI towards the end of the video because obviously the UI is very customizable in Dragonflight and I want to cover that as well, but for now we're just going to be talking add-ons here on the Wrath client. And as far as I know, most of these are also compatible with Retail WoW as well, minus my Arena Frames add-on. So let's begin with boom! QUARTZ cast bar, dude. Look at the size of that son of a gun. I like massive cast bars. Why? I just think they kind of look cool. When you got a big ass cast bar, I feel like it fills up quicker than a small cast bar. I know it's just psychological, but it makes me feel faster. It's nice and clear. And most importantly, to be honest, it's nice and clear for you guys in the videos. Like, you can watch one of my YouTube videos on a small screen YouTube player. You can watch it on a mobile device, and you can still very clearly see what abilities are being cast, just purely by the icons that are popping up on the giant ass fucking cast bar. So nice and clear for you guys. That's the way that we like it. My settings for this, I don't think I can actually export, but it is QUARTZ 3. All of the add-ons are going to be linked in the video description. By the way, just throw that out there as well. There's also going to be a document in there too, which is going to be interesting for you if you're interested in my Dragonflight UI or my plater settings, which we'll get to in just a little bit. But these are the settings that I use for my player cast bar, so you can just pause on this if you want and steal some of these if you want to use them. I also use this for my focus target as well, just so I have a nice big bulked up focus cast trim, and that's pretty much all I use. By the way, I don't really use many options on this. Like, my pet one's disabled, the latency effect is disabled, the trade skill is disabled, blah. I don't really use that many settings on it, but just to show my focus casts like so, it's just nice and clear, man. You can't miss what your focus target is casting when you are using this shit. So yeah, that's that. QUARTZ cast bar is fucking awesome. The new cast bar in retail is pretty good as well, but I still prefer the QUARTZ one, and this one does work on retail too. So the next add-on we are using is the nameplate add-on plater. So plater settings, by default, are very busy. There's so much information that pops up in and around the bar. Honestly, it's a little bit overwhelming. I like a much more minimalist style, as you can probably tell. And if you want to go ahead and copy my settings, it's just a basic bar, right? With class colors and stuff like that. You can head into the document that should be linked at the top of the description. It should be the first link in the description box. And if you head into that, you can find a massive ass add-on code, profile code, or whatever that you can copy and paste. It's like 4 pages long. You can copy that and go on into import profile, paste it into here and hit OK a couple of times, and it should import my profile settings nice and cleanly. And I use the same settings on both Retail and Wrath Classic, and it works grand on both. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is the plater add-on. You'll also notice that this is more of a thing on Retail, but if you put like a dot on a target or a curse on a target or whatever, normally those debuffs would appear over the head of your target, right? I don't really like that so much, dude. I find it's just too busy. If I was like an affliction main or something, I guess that I'd be more into that. I'd be more into like tracking my unstable afflictions and stuff, but for me, I don't like that shit, so what do? I go here into the add-on settings to toggle those off, and of course, feel free to leave them enabled if it suits you. Alright, so next we have nameplate cooldowns, as you can see right here in the happy little add-ons menu. Go ahead, click on this, open up the config dialog. Link to this add-on, like all of them, is down below in the description. Just head there for anything that you need. These are the rough settings that I use. These are the border settings that I use, aka none. These are the text settings I use. But most importantly, the thing that you're going to want to customize the most and really tailor this add-on to your own tastes is the spells section. And this is where you're actually choosing what add-ons are going to be tracked over your opponent's nameplate. You can filter by class. I would highly recommend doing this. For example, with Death Knight, you probably don't want to be tracking every single thing. It makes the nameplate extremely cluttered. I mean, you can do this if you want, but for me, I want to know, well, I mean, you can see here, I want to know when Mind Freeze is ready, right? I want to know when Anti-Magic Shell is going to be coming back up off cooldown. I want to know how long I have to kill the Death Knight before the AMS becomes available again, you know? And there's a few other things on here that are kind of key cooldowns that you could track, things like Asphyxiate and Strangulate and stuff like that. But for me, again, I just like to keep it very minimalist. I like not to overload my UI too much. So yeah, And you can go through every single class, track the stuff that you want to track, ignore the stuff that you want to ignore. And it's just a fantastic little add-on, dude. There you go. That's one that you want to customize yourself and figure out what works for you. Shadowed unit frames is the next add-on. And from here, you can configure a crap load of stuff. I think you go into general and unlock the frames. Yeah, to be able to see everything and test the add-on out and set up whatever it is that you want to set up. Mine is obviously just pretty much in use for arena. It's really the only thing that I use it for, but I also do have like battleground targets and stuff set up as well, which is kind of cool too. But for arena frames, this add-on is pretty nice. It's pretty clean again, which is something that I prioritize, obviously. It is lacking some features, to be honest. GLADIUS is probably better, and I do use GLADDY on Wrath Classic, which I just think is far superior. You can do things like, well, obvious things like track enemy trinkets very, very easily and stuff like that with GLADDY, and it looks a little bit cleaner even than this. So I'll probably be switching over to GLADIUS or a GLADDY-like add-on instead of Shadowed Uniframes, but this is the one that I'm using, so if you see me using this at all in Dragonflight pre-patch or whatever, at least you know what it is, and maybe if you prefer it, you can go ahead and use this one if you wish. And just to check out GLADDY real quick, again, this is back on Wrath Classic. I think this is just like the best arena add-on going right now, GLADDY wotlk. Really, really good shit. I think you just go into interface, add-ons, GLADDY, and load config, and then you can hit test, and that will show up your frames like so. Very, very nice shit. Just looks clean as fuck, and yeah, I mean, that's really it. You can go ahead and kind of copy what mine looks like if you wish, but again, this is one of the things that's probably better to tailor for yourself and to tailor for your own usage. But yeah, GLADDY is a fantastic Arena Frames add-on for Wrath Classic. Alright, and we are back on Dragonflight just to talk UI a little bit. Some of you guys were commenting, oh man, I really like the look of the UI, it looks so clean, blah blah blah, you know? And it's kind of funny because they just sort of set my UI up on Dragonflight with all of like the editing tools and stuff to just look like it used to look like. You know what I'm saying? I was going for like a very classic kind of simple layout, you know? I don't know, man, I'm too old for change, you know? I can't be moving my nameplate around or my target frame around. I just like things to be the way that they were, you know? So if you do like the UI and you want to copy my layout, obviously in Dragonflight and in the Dragonflight pre-patch, again, that is linked down below at the top of the video description. You will find the code to import my UI from there, and you can head on into the HUD edit mode, go into, I think, this drop down, yeah, and then you can import the text that's required. From here, hit import, and boom, you'll have the same UI as I am having. And yeah, very, very lovely stuff. All right, that's gonna be all for this video. Hopefully it's not went on for too long. Hopefully some of these add-ons are helpful to some of y'all. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch all of y'all's just a tad bit later.